historically speaking, I think that selfishness or whatever is way more difficult to navigate in a band situation. Have you had, I mean, you don't have to talk about this. I'm not trying to like get some kind of scoop, but I'm interested in this question. Let's say it like this. Okay. Theoretically, if you were in those situations, or people that are advice to people in those situations right now, like what would you do? What do you think these big issues with bands are that they have?
You know what? Like my personal, and I think I would live up to it, and I would hope that people would also, but it probably doesn't sound that good. Is do you? Don't bow down. I don't know. There's this word called to kowtow. You ever heard of that?
No.
I think it's like an Asian thing. To kowtow is like, just submit immediately to whatever demand or question or request is made of you. And I say don't do that. I say just you have, there's a reason you thought what you thought in the first place. Be as true to your personal self and your direction as possible. And I say unend any potential problems with that mindset personally. I don't know if everyone can do that.
This is not the direction I saw this going, but you saying that made me think of this. There's this book called The 5 Dysfunctions of Team, and one of the dysfunctions is fear of conflict. But it's not like, just to kind of articulate what I think you're saying by that, it's not argue with people or like fear. So fear of conflict is seen as a bad thing. But when they talk about conflict, it's not like argue about people or with people that you're working with, right? But rather, if you have an idea, or if you hear somebody say something and you disagree with it, you're doing yourself and the team, or in this case the band, an injustice by not speaking up against it. Because whether your idea is better than that idea or not, it's worth it to have a discussion about it, because either A, there's different options. You could either come up with a completely new idea that kind of takes both ideas into account and is better than the original ones, or whether you decide on one or the other, at least everybody's on the same page, right? If you try to work through something, what was the word again?
Never kowtow.
Yeah, so
never kowtow t-shirts on sale right now, joerossetti.com.
If you kowtow,
I love that pronunciation.
Yeah, so you have a little bit of spice on it. At that point, because it's not you, because you didn't have a say in the decision, right? Then it kind of leads into you being less invested in making that product as good. And it comes back to what we were saying about art and taking pride in it. And it's kind of feels selfish at times because you want your product to be so good. If you don't have a say in a decision,
or if you decide not to speak up, when you can, and you disagree with maybe the choice that the group makes or that one person made for the group without speaking up, like I'm saying, then that's no longer something that you're invested in because you don't agree with the idea anyway. So what's keeping you, or what's forcing you at that point to give it your all to make the product the best that it can be? Does that make sense? Do you see what I'm saying? Oh yeah, I think so. I mean, yeah, fear of conflict I think can lead to a ton of things, including Jesus Christ, I forgot the word. It starts with an R. It's like resentment. Okay. It is resentment. It's not like resentment, but it is resentment. It can lead to resentment, not speaking your mind, and then people going with a decision that you don't agree with.
And that's kind of what I mean by that ties into what I'm saying when I talk about like not giving something your all at that point, right? Mm-hmm. If you at least have even if you disagree with the final choice of the group, if you have the discussion and feel like your opinion was heard and somebody explains to you why they're going with choice A over choice B, you have to at least be able to understand that and then be like, okay, well, I know why we're doing this, so now I can give it everything I've got. Whereas if you don't speak up, you have no opinion in the matter, and now you're just like, this was a shitty idea. Right. We should have gone with my idea in the first place. I'm not going to care about this product that we're trying to put out, whether it's a song or product from a business perspective, whatever it is. So I think it's kowtow. Yeah, never kowtow.
We're going to write that on the wall in the green room or something.
I really like that.
Oh, yeah.
I'd love to see it here. Yeah. Get Mark Zastor on it.
Yeah.